Hey everybody, it's Suzy Q. Welcome to Sunday night stream, and I am very excited for my guest tonight. Oh my gosh, look at we already got 7 people in the chat, 7 thumbs up, 9 people in the chat. That includes Warren, aka Donnie. That's hysterical. Hey Funk. Aqua Designs by MLT is driving and listening. You better not be texting and driving. Hey Crip. Crip was first, and we're going to start off by testing my audio and video, and let's hope it works tonight. Please.
Hey everybody, it's Suzy Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Suzy Q. Hey everybody, it's Suzy Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Suzy Q. Hey everybody, it's Suzy Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Suzy Q. Hey everybody, it's Suzy Q. Hey everybody, it's Suzy Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Suzy Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Suzy Q.
Oh, awesome. Hopefully it stopped playing in the background. I'm hoping Sherry comes back, so if anybody sees Sherry in the chat, make sure you make her feel welcome, because she ended up leaving because she couldn't hear me and it was all my fault. So if you see Sherry, make sure you welcome her, please. I'm going to bring my guest up right away before I say hi to everybody, because he's a part of us. He is part of us. Meet so many friends in the Fish fam, and this is one I've met, and I think we're friends for life. So, guys, help me welcome Donnie. NY Gold. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? There's probably a little lag from what you're watching on your screen.
Probably.
There you go.
Am I on?
You're on.
Hello, everybody. Friends for life.
That's right. Speaking of friends for life, Aquafunk is in the chat too. Did you see him in there? Feels like old
I was hoping he was being. Hey, Funk, put in the chat. Did Higer reach out to you yet? It's just a matter of time, I think. Just wanted to know.
Nice. Michael Long is in the chat. Scotty, hey Scotty. He's running the Keystone Clash this year, and we're supporting the Keystone Clash, and this is going to be fun. Sandy, hey, Susie Peplin. Oh, I got your stuff. I just tried the cookies. Love the cookies. Atkins Nature's Aquarium. Skull Aquatics. Hey, Garcia. He's saying hey to everybody. Dennis says, hello. Getting a cup of coffee now. I got my coffee with my Trimaculatus. Did you see my coffee cup, Donnie, with my Trimac on it? Oh my gosh, I love it.
I looked at your page. There was some cool stuff in there. Like, checked it out. I checked it out.
Maria Z, and thanks for the shout out in Skipper's channel. I'm going to have to go back and watch, because I just got back from being with my granddaughter all weekend, and I've been running around like a crazy Looney Tune. And I hear that little drop? That's going to happen because we're interviewing. So, oh, look at Aquafunk posting your stuff. Oh, you're awesome. Hey, Whip. Good to see y'all. It's good to see you, Whip. I got my axolotl. I brought it with my granddaughter this weekend. New local Austin is all shouting out Funk. Oh, happy birthday to Funk, Mexicali.
He's a very popular guy.
He is. Dee Dee saying, hey, NY Gold.
Hello.
Panaski Fishgato. Sup, guys? Did I say it right? Fishymon. Fishymon's in the house. Dee's usually here. Dee from Brooklyn. Is he here? He's not here yet. I think I
don't know why. I told him about tonight, but I can't text him on the phone. So.
Here is Lefty with an update for Ed. This is awesome. They don't think that he needs a pacemaker now. I guess his heartbeat has increased on his own, so he might be coming home tomorrow. Everybody, keep him in your prayers. Keep our prayers going. This is awesome. That's awesome news. Hey, Rico. Rico's in the chat. Oh, Rico, Sandy, look at everybody. Susie's in charge of the hospitality room at the Clash this year. Don't be telling people that. I never even threw a party in my life. I can't even get over this. Never even threw a party, the hospitality room. Like, I know what I'm doing. Hey, Skipper. Aqua Balls, I think we're going to get started. Oh, Freaky Fish Lady. Howdy, howdy. I think she's got a special Q next to her name, right? Cello, everyone. And I guess Funk.
Yes, so before we start, I just want everyone to know that I'm Warren in the chat because I'm on my son's thing. So if you have any questions in the chat for me, I'll put it in here. Yeah, it's me.
This is awesome.
So everyone knows that I'm Warren.
Thank you so much for saying that, because I almost forgot that. Because I did say hi to Warren in the chat. Hi, Aquaria. She's in the chat. Okay, everybody's in the chat. This is awesome. So Donnie and I were talking the other day, and I've got some friends that are fish keepers, been fish keepers their whole lives, and asked me stuff about YouTube. Donnie and I were talking about getting started in YouTube. I have people that want to get started and are like, what? So we thought this would be a great conversation to have, very beginner entry level overview. And we're going to really want your participation in this. So as we go over different topics, we're going to want your input on what you do for each of these. All the ups and the downs, how to get started, the equipment, all of it. So at our level, because we can only, talk about our experience. Right, Tony?
Yeah. And we need, we need a lot of input. We're only two people here. This is like conversation for really everybody. Damn, I can move my. And I'm hoping, and I know Funk, you come up in the conversations all the time because really you're like one and the same. We're all doing the same thing and have the same ideas, the same inputs, and the same questions and the same problems. So we really need the chat to get involved in all these things. And whether you've done videos before, you wanted to do videos, you're thinking about it. This really starts from the beginning.
Exactly.
Hey, I have a telephone in my hand. I want to start making videos. What do I do? That's
right. So thinking about the beginning, why did you even start? Why did you start? And why would anybody want to do YouTube as far as fish keeping?
Everybody has their own reasons. Some people do it for money. Some people do it because they just want to be, or their friends do it, or whatever. I was really involved with the Goldfish Keepers webpage, and they did the way they kept records was they blogged instead of vlogged. Everything was like written down with pictures, and I'm not writing anything down. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna lie. So what I would do is I would create these videos of if I bred something, I would just talk and record it, so this way I just watch it again. So then I needed a place to put it. So I says, I see that I watch videos as much as everybody else. I said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do things in the fish room, and I'm gonna put it on the YouTube, and now I'll at least have a database for myself, and then it explodes because I meet people like you. I meet, people like Funk, Aquarium Cop. You go to the AE, and it just it turns into something, Yeah, it turns into stuff. So it just snowballed. I didn't really expect to get all these friendships and everything out of it, but it really is. The Fishtube family is, it's a fun place. There's no other way to describe it. A lot of fun.
There's a question for you, Warren.
Go.
How do you stay so dang cool after 4 years? Because I'm pulling my hair out.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. That's me. I'm cool. I stopped being cool 40 years ago. What are you talking about? And so, I still have some hair, even though I wear this thing. A little bit.
When I started, I didn't start to any other reason but to document my hobby. Because I was brand new to fish keeping. I had no experience in my belt, but I was learning things. At the time I started watching YouTube videos, I liked pretty colored fish. And I wanted pretty fish in an aquarium. So that's how it started, setting up a tank for my granddaughter. And the more I learned, the more fascinated I was. And John got me 120 for Christmas within a couple months of starting the fish keeping hobby. And I thought, I better document this because I don't know what I'm doing, and I want to make sure as I'm going. So mine started off as just documenting what I do. It's never been yet like a how-to or an expert channel. But now as I'm learning things, I feel I got a few things under my belt because I could set up a tank like nobody's business. You know what I mean? So that's how I
Yeah.
started. That you
Hmm.
know, and just curious, like what. But now I got to admit, and I'm going to be transparent here. This is my channel. These are my peeps. They know me. I need the money. I put a lot of time and effort into YouTube. So yes, I want to share the hobby. I want to get people interested in it, but I also need to make money at the same time because I want this to be my full-time gig, or at least one of my
There's
side
nothing wrong,
gigs.
and that's a legible, normal, reasonable goal that anyone could have, and it's possible. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of time, but it's definitely, that's why most people do it. They get in there and they get rolling, and like I a a funk in the chat about Hagar. It's a company that
Oh,
reached out and they hooked up people like you and funk with equipment, and they actually, and you test this stuff out. Make a video for them. It's free stuff. It's in lieu of getting paid. But it's something. You know, it's this is how this starts. You know what I mean?
right. And New Loco
And,
Austin says, I came looking for people to talk fish with. Extrovert with a fish room. I need you guys more than you know.
oh,
That's
that's the whole point of like these things. When you're not at a fish convention or a aquarium society meeting or something like that, nobody wants to hear your fish nerd talk. Believe me, I start yakking fish, and everyone's like, "Later, have a nice day. So much for being cool." Yeah, they like, "You're boring. Go away." So,
right,
when
right.
it comes to having conversations and going to places like that, you can nerd out all day. It's
Exactly.
fun.
So why is it you think so many people have a hard time just getting started?
Hmm. I think is because they're afraid what other people are going to think.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sure Funk has friends. Everybody has friends. Like, oh, my friend, what are they going to say if I start? What are they going to do?
Right.
What
Do
is
I
my
want to
family
fill
going to
my
think?
whole
This
Facebook
is,
page up
you
with
know,
videos?
YouTube is for young people. What is a guy 50 years old going to do in his basement with fish and a video camera and a pervert? I don't. People have this weird thing, but honestly, it boils down to nobody cares. Everybody has their own life. Nobody cares what you're doing with your phone in your basement. If you're posting YouTube videos, you think they do, but don't be so vain. Nobody's out there thinking about you all the time. They're thinking about themselves. You might have a few people say stupid stuff, but it's the same as the trolls in your comments. You're gonna
Right,
get
right.
this, and
Now
if you
the
can't deal with that,
trolls,
then
I have to admit that I'm not going to say that the trolls got better over the years, but I can say how I handled the trolls got better. Because in the beginning, it almost stopped me from doing more videos because even though I had 35 great comments, I had one troll. And I couldn't think of him at the time like this, like 10-year-old kid on his mom's laptop talking trash. That's age
that's probably what
appropriate.
it is.
I'm thinking
Right.
it's like a peer fish keeper talking trash about me. And I'm like, I was devastated. And I had to kind of grow a thick skin and not care. But when you said nobody really cares, that is so true. That is so true because I'm like, I have to
It's
be perfect. I have to do my hair and makeup. Do I show cleavage? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. Well, some dudes care about. We ain't gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
look at Scott Schmidt's thing. I'm short, fat, bald, and had a heart attack in the 20s. I don't care what people think. And that's, he wants to talk fish. He wants to talk fish. And, like a lot of,
Exactly.
especially like women, like, I have to look right and see what are people going to think of on, you know what? It, you, if you can make connections with 50 people in the fish world, are you going to let that one 10-year-old troll with his mother's laptop
Exactly.
hold back?
Exactly.
It's just, you can't focus on the negative. You got to
Well,
just
and
keep
I'll
moving.
tell the
And
story
you're going to get it.
someday,
It's
but
part of the game.
it did affect my life in a very negative way. And I did some serious things about it, but I've learned since then how to brush it off and keep it about my experience, strength, and hope. And those who want to watch will watch. Now, Mexicali said, I started this year. My main reason is to be a part of the Fish Fam, to have a group like minded people that can share my experience with.
What better reason?
Hallelujah.
What better reason?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you could be in the Fish Fam. I was in the Fish Fam for 6 months in the beginning. I just wanted to be in the chat. And it's not like I wanted to be heard in the chat. I wanted to read what everybody was saying. I wanted to be a part of it. And when it was just such a tight knit, awesome experience, I'm like, I really like these people. I don't even know them. And that carried out when I went to my very first Bucks County Aquarium Society meeting. I'm like, people in a real person, you know, my anxiety's kicking out, my heart's beating on my chest. I thought I was going to throw up. And I walk in and they were just the same as the people in the chat. They're like, welcome, it was great. And I had a guy sit right next to me the whole time, talking me through things. Oh no, this is a free thing. This is an auction. Like, it was just awesome. And they're still amazing today. So I can't complain about that kind of fish fam.
Yeah, it's, you know, you can, like you said, you can't focus on the negative, and there really is so much more positive than the negative. It's really silly that we focus. I mean, we all get, you know, I'm sure Funk has his share of stupid heads
Yeah.
that show up and write crap and everything. And Susie, I'll stop writing those comments in your thing, so to speak.
Aquaball says I posted a short 15 hours ago and I got a stupid comment. But you also got 1,000 views already and 2 subscribers, which is what shorts are good for. Bringing people to your channel.
Yeah, Funk. I know this video is, or this live stream is really about what do we, you know, the beginnings and stuff of YouTube making and video stuff like that. But we were talking about maybe doing an advanced one when it comes to like talking about analytics and more detailed equipment and stuff like that. So if you would be interested in something like that, you know, with a bunch of ideas and stuff, I think that would be good. I've got a lot of experience doing this stuff. So
look what Freaky wrote. What a kind comment. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry, and I got mascara on, so don't do that. Q was the first beautiful fish tuber I watched. She also recently gave me the cutest creature I ever had, my baby axolotls. Oh, much love and respect for Suzy Q. Thank you so much. You are so awesome.
Is that Johnny Bag of Donuts' second account? Is that what it is? He's upstairs making points.
I wish he would watch. And that's the thing with friends and family. I can't count on them to watch my videos. They may have all subscribed in the beginning, but none of them watch my videos. They don't want to hear me talk about fish. I had to grow organically to get people who care about fish keeping, how to cycle a tank, what to put in a 10-gallon tank. The people who are going to watch my content, I needed them to keep coming back. You know, that brings up another point. In the beginning, I was so obsessed with subscribers versus views. What do you think about that?
I think you should answer Crips Keeper's question first. He says, Suzy, if you had to start your channel over from day one, but you have all the knowledge still, what would you have done different the second time around? You had to start it all over, but you have all this YouTube knowledge now. Like, what would you do different now than like mistakes you made in the beginning, I guess?
Well, nothing. I'll be perfectly honest, because I have learned more from my mistakes. The first thing I would say, the one thing I would do different, I wouldn't play Fog Hat in all my videos. Because I just thought that was the coolest video ever. I got my pea puffers with Slow Ride, you know, like, and I didn't know what copyright was. I didn't care. I was just putting up videos of this cool new puffers that I got. And about a year into it, I started learning about analytics, and I saw this back end, and I had all these red marks everywhere, and they were all copyright strikes. So I just took videos down one by one, but that was a year into it. But I have learned so much, even from watching my original videos where I'm like this, hi, I'm Suzy Q, like talking on the side of my mouth. And I want to show you how I vacuum a tank. Like, oh my God, it's cringeworthy. Wouldn't change a thing.
It's part of the game. Everybody's first handful of videos, 20, 30.
Gosh.
It's cringy. But back to your question, subs versus views.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people get hung up on subs because that's the first real attainable goal in YouTube when you're doing your videos and stuff. Most people are going to reach the 1,000 subs before they do the 4,000 watch hours thing, or whatever it is. But really, it's the views. That's what gets you paid. That's what gets the attention of YouTube. Linking videos, the traffic to your channel. YouTube doesn't care if you have 2,000 subs or 1,200. If you get 100,000 views, now you're getting everyone's attention, and especially sponsorship attention. You're getting commercials, whatever the hell they're putting on your thing. That's when you're really getting yourself on the radar, is by views.
Yes, absolutely.
Really
so it's more important, and that's something I probably would have done different, as opposed to asking people to subscribe to my channel. I would start asking people to watch this video, and I would have started using cards a lot sooner. Because
you and me both.
I want like if you like this kind of content, check out this where I fixed a leak in my 10-gallon tank, or check out why I use bio balls in my 120. Like I would point to another one of my videos so people could view another one, not necessarily subscribe, because I need more people to watch my videos. You could have 100 friends subscribe. If they don't watch your videos, you look bad in YouTube's eyes.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
if
and
they watch it for
you're right.
10 seconds and walk away, I was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of little things you got to look at, and it's like when you post a video with the cards and linking. What's the thing called that goes in the back? The little, I keep forgetting the name of it.
oh, the end screen?
The end
Yeah, the
screen. Yeah,
cards
and
are during the
end,
video, and the end screen
at
is
the end of your video, like I said, if you did a video on water changes, and then at the end of the video, you put up one of those end screens, and it says, "Hey, watch my video on 10-gallon tank rebuilds or whatever, or reselling." I was telling Susie earlier, I was at a hospital and they had computers there, and they were just, I wasn't on my account, I was just on the hospital's account. So I went to my channel and I watched one of my videos, and then I hit the video card at the end, or the video saying to go to the next video, and then as soon as you get two linked together, the analytics in YouTube go off and they see you as a binge watcher. And now on the side, there was like 4 New York Gold things. It had nothing to do with what I was clicking. Once you click 2 of me or 2 of anybody, that's when the analytics kick in and they start recommending just New York Gold videos. So it's not so much getting people to watch that first video, it's getting people to hit that the second video. So it's really important to put those, what is it called again?
end
Not an end screen.
The end
End
screen,
screen,
or the
the end
card.
screen,
Yeah.
which is like when you get to the end of the video, it's like a picture of another video for you to go to. And if you get people to do that, that's a
Absolutely.
good way to get on YouTube's radar, so to speak, and then they start recommending your videos a
So
lot
what do you
more
think
often.
about the? I hear people all the time say YouTube doesn't like me. It doesn't. It doesn't throw
They don't.
my
They
video.
don't like you, Susie. They
I
don't.
know.
They say they
Should
don't
I
like your
take it
hair,
personally that
and
they're
they think
actually looking
no.
at my
It's
videos?
and that's another thing. It's YouTube. They really the answer is they don't.
they don't
They
care
like
about
the
me at
viewer.
all.
Their job isn't to appease you, the creator. Their job is to put a viewer with information that the viewer wants. Their main concern is with the person that's clicking those videos, not the one making them. So it's up to you to make yourself a funnel, like so people. It's easier to find your videos, good thumbnails, or and linking videos, making videos that aren't boring like mine, and that's I everybody falls in the same trap. They're like, oh man, I make 10 times better videos than this idiot, and he's got 2,000
But
subs
it's
or whatever the hell it
true,
is, or
Donnie,
100,000
it's true.
subs, and I'm like, and then you end up like, oh, analytics hates me, the YouTube thing, the rhythm, and it's really it's not. If you had content that the viewers wanted to watch, YouTube will put them there. They're looking to put them there. Their job is the viewer. That's who they're selling the commercials to. That's their customer, is the
Right.
viewer, not
I
the
think
creator.
it's more important that you actually put out videos in the beginning, because they're gonna suck. Trust me, they're gonna suck. But you need to have videos in your library to get the ball rolling. You can't. I mean, you might be a one-hit wonder. Good for you if you can do that. But most of us growing organically, we got to put some videos out there. How many videos would you say, Donnie?
Yeah, well, the magic number that YouTube says and the creators that are really good say is 52. They say,
Okay.
and the thing is, like, I know I didn't go to film school. I don't have no idea how to edit and stuff like that. I'm learning. I go to YouTube videos. I get some editing. So this is unless you're really really good at that stuff, you could expect a different curve of success.
Right.
But really, and then when you look at big YouTubers, guys like Corey and stuff like that, go look at his first 50 videos. People. The only reason why they have people go back and watch it because they're like, oh, let's see what this guy did in the beginning. But they don't count. To the creator, they mean everything. You got to build that foundation to get better and grow. But in the realm of getting paid, Funk might hit his 500th video and he's starting to get paid. He's really getting paid in the last 100 that are generating stuff and stuff that lasts long. He's not making, but without that beginning, you don't get to the, you know, where you are now. You don't get to learn how to edit and do all those fancy effects and stuff and change his voice and what the hell he does over there. You know, you just, that comes with time and experience, but you got to start somewhere.
So speaking of that, what kind of equipment do you need? Do you need expensive, high quality cameras and microphones and lights, action, roll 'em, green screen to get started?
No. You know, to get started, it's you just need basic equipment, and most people start with a phone, and you can do everything on the phone. You can edit on the phone, you can record on the phone. Usually the mics are pretty good. I'm on my phone right now. It's actually flipped. That's another phone secret. If you're gonna film with your phone, take this to the bank. You have the part of, you know, where you type into, and there's a camera on that side. We'll call it the front. Then there's the back. The back facing phone is always better, and it doesn't flip everything too. Like, you know, like you can probably read my shirt. It says, you know, if I was using the other end, it would be backwards, and it's just uneasy to watch, you know. So, and this, that screen is better. So if you're gonna film your phone, use that.
Right.
It's just a better.
I do have to interrupt because I got a super sticker, and I love my super stickers. Bob Kaler's Aquatics. He got a good job with a Foxy. Thank you so much. $4.99. I appreciate that. Good job while raising his thumbs up. Boop, boop. Super sticker. Thank you so much, Bob.
Yeah, Crypt Keeper is saying, you know, he's going to have someone showing some editing and stuff like that. And you really, there is a secret sauce to it. And the problem is, it's not easy. And there's people they have topics, they have ideas, they steal ideas. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we were talking earlier about, you know, doing the nitrogen cycle video, and you know, everybody has done the nitrogen cycle video, but it doesn't mean you stole it. It means it's part of, it's just what you did, but yours will be different than everybody else. But it's your job now. If what's his name, Crypt Keeper, is going to do a how to set up a 10-gallon tank video, a lot of people have done that, and there's nothing wrong with doing one. Everyone should do one.
And Rico touched on it, because if you do it sincere, what about like looking in the camera, talking to your audience, and you're sincere and do it, it's coming from the heart. You can't go wrong.
Right. But the heart can sometimes be boring, because some people sit in front of the camera like this live stream right here and just talk. How long, you know, if you're interactive with the chat and everything, it's a little different. It's a little less boring. But if you clicked on this video, say a week from now, and watch this, you wouldn't watch the whole thing. You'd be bored out of your mind. So it's your job to make to make that 10-gallon video as exciting or less boring as you can. It's about the execution. It's not about the, once you have your equipment in place, you have your editing program in place, you have your audio in place, all your things are in place, you already posted a bunch of videos. Now it's up to you, the creator, to put it together so it's watchable. And if that takes you shortening the video or making it longer or whatever, just make it as entertaining as you can. The execution, and that's what we're all trying to learn. That's what this whole live stream was about. I mean, it's easy to get the equipment. Anyone can save money and buy the equipment and stuff like that. It's the execution. And
well, I found for me, speaking of equipment and stuff, in the beginning it was my phone. That was it. But my phone was an expensive phone. It was an iPhone 7, I think, at the time. It was expensive. It was a good phone, but that's all I had. But when you were talking about watching other people's videos, one for ideas for topics, because they're good topics, and if I'm going to learn about a nitrogen cycle, I'm going to watch 10 different videos on a nitrogen cycle. I'm not just going to watch one. So we're not competition, we're complementing each other. For two, I'm going to watch them for the different mannerisms they do, the different angles of the camera that they do, that kind of thing. So that was pretty interesting too. I just saw a couple people do stuff with green screen. So as I started off with nothing but my phone, the pendulum swung way too far over here. Oh, I got a camera and a microphone and lights and this and that. I didn't need all of that at all. And then now the pendulum is swung back to where it's basically the free stuff. I went from my editing, I have a Mac, so iMovie was free, until I wanted to do stuff that the iMovie wasn't capable of doing. So then I went up to the Final Cut Pro. Like, so
Okay, yeah.
it's
So basically,
progressed over a
you get
few
to a
years.
point, and everybody who starts out gets to the same. You kind of outgrow the equipment. It's fine and it's great. You're learning the basics of video editing with cut and jump cuts and stuff like that. But then it gets to a point where if you were going to make that nitrogen cycle video, there's different ways you can do it. You can sit in front of the camera and talk and not bore people to death. You
Right.
can put up a board and you can draw on the board. Now you can put examples on the screen. Okay, my iMovie can't do that. It's just that now you're at the point, you know what you want to do, but your equipment can't do it. So you evolve and you grow into, you basically outgrew your iMac. And you
Mm-hmm.
had to get some better stuff, and that's a good point to be in, because at least you know you're progressing. You're
Right.
you're heading in the right direction, and you know what you want to do.
Right. And I also watch things on video on YouTube that don't have anything to do with fish keeping, but they have to do with how to create content. Even though it has nothing to do with fish keeping, because I wanted to learn a little bit more about these things like the keywords, the thumbnails, and all those kind of things, because I had no clue. I had no clue how I could get myself into getting more views. Like, if nobody's clicking on my video because my thumbnail is just says Suzy Live, Suzy Live. And that's the other thing that, and we'll get back to that is, in the first 2 years, I didn't do lives at all. I was petrified to do lives. That was the only reason I didn't do a live. I did 2 videos a week like it was my second job. 2 videos a week. I mean, they say you could do 1 video a
That's
week.
what they recommend, but that's hard. It's hard
It was
to do.
very hard, but that's what I did. 2 videos a week until I started live streaming. And then I started building a community, and I'm like, oh, it's the pendulum again swung this way. I love the live streams, but I still got to do the videos, consistent videos, because even though the live streams get a lot of long time view for a short period of time, some of my videos get lots of views over the years. Now we're at like 99,000 views. Like, my watch hours are growing in the long term with Evergreen videos versus my live stream, which is basically for me and my community. That's like, nobody's going to watch, well, somebody might watch my live stream, but it's not like watching a video on what's the difference between a blue-tongued skink and a bearded dragon. People are going to watch that, are trying to figure out what kind of reptile they want to get. Or
Yeah. And people in the chat, how many people in the chat, I want to know, like, actively look for old live streams, or look, see, oh, there was a live stream on 2 days ago, I'll watch it. I know I'm not one. If I see, when I'm scrolling through my subscription list and I see all the videos up there, if I see that it's a live stream, it's like an hour or something, that's the last thing I'm going to click. I just don't. Even if I like the people, I just don't do it. I just don't have the time to invest into it. If it's a video, you can watch it. It just, I don't know. That's just me. But I don't know. Maybe other people are different. But but analytics show, like you just said, people aren't rewatching these things. You get what you get, and that's pretty much it.
So 3 years from now, you're still going to want to watch what fish can I put in with my Oscar if you're going to get an Oscar, versus check out the update on my 29-gallon tank. Only my intimate viewers, my subscribers who know me and my channel, that's like 10% of my subscribers, are going to care about that ever. There's the whole world out there that they're not going to look up, oh, what's an update on a 29-gallon? Like, it's just not, even though it could be interesting. Now, Aquafunk does this really well. He'll show you an update, but he's got a specific subject that people want to know about. And that's a key thing, is answering a question that people want to know.
Yeah.
And Donnie, how do you find out what people are trying to find out about?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, YouTube really is the, how do I, or how to do stuff. People are looking for information more than entertainment, and that's the way to do it. And I know when, what's it called? The keyframes, the keynotes, the key spot where you,
the keyword searches.
The keyword search, right? So when you're posting a video, I don't know, everyone that has posted or don't know, when you post a video, you scroll down and you have to click a bunch of boxes, this for kids, this and that, and you go down further and they give you 500 character spot to put in keyword search. So if you just say you were going to do the nitrogen cycle video. So if you go to YouTube and type in how to cycle a fish tank, now you can put that in your keyword search, how to cycle a fish tank. you put a comma, and now you can put something else. But if you go to YouTube and type that in the heading and you hit enter, you can scroll down, and then it'll also say people also ask. So these are the very popular comments that people ask YouTube about that subject. So basically, you could just copy those. Like, how long does it take to cycle a fish tank? Can I cycle a fish tank in 24 hours?
Why do my fish always die in the first couple of weeks?
You could just cut and paste these things in there. So now when people are searching on YouTube, if one of those come up, you'll be more likely to have your, your video come up as a suggested one because you matched word for word what people typed in, because that's what people type in.
Exactly.
Because that's what Google is telling you. That's what people type in.
Yep.
So now, you fill it in all those keyword searches with all that stuff.
Even though there's a lot of old school fish keepers that understand Latin names, that understand, you're not going to put any fish in a 10-gallon. There's moms out there or dads that are getting a tank for their kid, and they're getting a 10-gallon tank. What fish can I put in it? That's a real thing that happens. Maybe not amongst people who have 2 or 3 tanks, but that's a real thing why people would go to YouTube, or how do I set this up? What's the difference between a live plant and a plastic plant? Those kind of things. But we do have a couple questions, Donnie. This one is Scotty's asking with an Apple, what's inexpensive? I'm going to say iMovie. It's free and it's really good. It's a editing video. It's an editing software that comes free with Mac users. So.
Oh yeah, if you have an Apple,
yes,
iMovie is fantastic. And I bet you if you were able to go into the analytics of YouTube and see how many videos were published with iVideo, God, I bet you there's hundreds of millions of videos on YouTube that were published in iVideo. Everybody, if they don't have it now, they started with it. If they were a Mac user, and if they were, I know my first probably 100 videos were from Movie Maker, which was Windows free.
Okay, that's
thing.
Windows version.
Yeah, Windows version, and that's what I used.
And my iMovie on my phone was very detailed, not as good as a laptop, but very detailed. I could edit a video. I still edit shorts on my iMovie on my phone. I don't pay for anything. I just. Now Whip is asking. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I can't even figure out how to upload. 2 uploaded, then the third one stops after 3 seconds. Editing isn't an option yet. I need a laptop, the editing software before I can suck for my first 50 videos. I love Whip. Oh my God, I love you.
If you have a YouTube account, so you need that first. You got to create a Google account, and just say you took a couple of pictures with your phone, not even video, and even if you took a 2-minute video on your phone, doesn't matter. You can upload, and what you do is you can hit private instead of public. And basically you can practice uploading the thing, and you go to looks like a little camera with a plus on your thing, and it'll tell you to drag in the video that you want, and then you can really practice uploading, and then you can go to your queue in the thing and just delete it if you want. But
and
you can
unlisted
don't have to send it on if you don't want to.
Unlisted will let you share the link, and anybody who has the link can see unlisted. Nobody can see private. So if that's
if you had a bunch of family pictures you want to send to your Aunt Millie out in Vegas, you can do that.
Right, or go to the Fishtube notifications or Team Green Alliance and say, guys, what can I do to improve on this? What do you guys think of this as my first video? And only those who have the link will be able to see it. So you don't have to worry about it going out and being a big fail or not. But there are some things that's very critical, and it seems opposite of what it should be, is if it's kid friendly. Most of us are family friendly videos, most of us. But don't check kid friendly. Do not, because nobody will be able to share it.
Because
they won't be able to comment on it.
They take the comments off and everything,
yes,
and
Yes. It's very opposite of what you would think.
In the future, if you happen to get monetized, I don't think they'll even be able to monetize that video. You won't sell ads on it and stuff. So unless it just isn't worth doing. Unless you're doing videos about kids' toys or something like that. If you're doing fish stuff, don't do it. Unless your kids are in the video, I think you have to.
Nope, you do not. No, you do not.
Even
I have my granddaughter in there. No, it's only if it's kid content, not if kids are in it.
I had my kids in one of my videos, and YouTube knocked it down to that.
Was that in the beginning?
Yeah, when it first came out. I didn't do it.
Really weird.
But when they came out with it, they did it. So
Crip is saying that he doesn't watch many live streams after they're done. Exactly. I'll admit it. There's a topic discussion that intrigues me. I'll watch it. Also, adding timestamps to questions for Q&As is helpful, but I don't know too many creators that go back into their live stream and put in the timestamp for the actual Q&As unless it's a Q&A live stream and they're really good. So that is absolutely correct, Crip. Most people aren't going to go back and watch unless it's your small community, like that like you and appreciate you and the guests that you have on, or if you have some kind of content that's not talking in the chat, right? Because there's a lot of live streams that they don't even talk in the chat. They have a topic and they hit you. It's almost like a nice long video, which is really great. My personal videos are connecting with the chat. So I'm